story time with Aunty Shine-Shine. You know how we do this. I say shine, shine. And what do you say? Oh, I'll remind you, you say shine like a star because you, my darling stars, are shining stars set up right here in the world to make our world shine just that much brighter. Oh yes, every single one of you listening to me is a star. So today, Aunty Shine-Shine as usual has an exciting story for you. My name is Olajumoke, but to you all, I am Aunty Shine-Shine the Storyteller. Guess what? Can you guess where today's story is from? All the way from southwestern Nigeria, from among the Yoruba-speaking people of southwestern Nigeria. And the title of today's story is Ori and the Very Pretty Olajumoke. Ori and the Very Pretty Olajumoke. For my non-Yoruba stars and fun learners listening, Ori in Yoruba language is the word for head, and Olajumoke is a name given to a girl. It actually means to be cared for in wealth. To be cared for in wealth. It usually belongs to pretty girls. I'm sure you would agree with me. So watch out for any girl that you know whose name is Olajumoke. You'll find out that she's pretty, but let's hope that she's not proud like the Olajumoke in our story for today. All right, so who remembers the story called in Yoruba language? Well, I got you. I'll remind you. In Yoruba language, the storyteller says, "Hello," and you, the listener, say, "Hello." I say, "Hello," and you say, "Hello." Thank you very much. Now, once upon a time, a very long time ago, there lived Olajumoke, the girl that was born to be cared for in wealth. Oh, she was very, very pretty. Olajumoke was pretty. Her skin was shiny. Her head was beautifully shaped. She had lovely ears, bright eyes, white teeth, the right height. She was just gorgeous. Olajumoke was so pretty that her beauty was famous around all the towns and cities and villages all around. People actually came to see this beautiful, pretty Olajumoke. Can you imagine that? A girl so pretty, people would actually come visiting just to see her beauty. That was how pretty Olajumoke was. And in the same way, also many men wanted to get married to Olajumoke. Many young men came seeking her hand in marriage. But guess what? Olajumoke was proud. She was very proud. She knew she was beautiful. So she was very, very proud. She would say, had all kinds of things to say to all the men that asked for her hand in marriage. She may say, "No, I can't marry you. You're too short." Another man might come and Olajumoke will say, "No, I can't marry you. You're too long." Or she may say, "No, I can't marry you. You don't have enough muscles." And then another man might come her way and Olajumoke will say, No, I can't marry you. You're too muscular." What precisely was Olajumoke looking for in a man? We do not know. But she continued with this attitude, and her mother would always warn her, "Olajumoke, stop being proud. Olajumoke, stop being proud." Let's call Olajumoke with me 3 times. 1, 2, 3, go. Olajumoke. 1. Olajumoke. Let's pull her ears. Olajumoke. Let's go. Stop being proud. But Olajumoke paid all these warnings no heed. And this continued for a while until one day Olajumoke was in the market and all eyes turned in one direction. And all at once, there were whispers all around. Guess what the whispering was all about? The most handsome man alive had just entered into the market. He was so gorgeous. He was so handsome. There was no doubt in everybody's eyes. All eyes followed him. Everywhere he went, all eyes followed this handsome man. Before long, Olajumoke too took notice of the man. She was struck by his handsomeness, and she made up her mind that this was the man that she was going to get married to. And so she started following him all around the market. Can you imagine that? After a while, he took notice of her, said hello, and they got talking and they got talking and they got talking, and he somehow liked her too, and he asked her to marry him. Olajumoke was overjoyed. Yes, yes, her dream had come true. The most handsome man alive was going to get married to her, the prettiest girl alive. She was very happy, and she took him home to her parents and declared, "This is the man I am going to marry." Her parents said, "Olajumoke, do you know him? How well do you know him? He's a stranger. Why don't you be patient and get to know him a little bit more? Do you know where he's from? Do you know his family?" Olajumoke said, "No, I don't know, and I don't care. All I know is that I found the man I want to marry, and I am going to get married to him." Her parents talked and talked. Olajumoke would not listen. Eventually, they gave in and allowed her to get married to him. The ceremony was performed, and the new husband and wife stayed for a few days in Olajumoke's village. And after a few days, the stranger said it was now time for him to take his wife back to meet his own people. And Olajumoke, of course, was excited. She had gotten what she wanted. So they set out on the journey to go and meet the stranger's people. So they set out through the village, through the houses, through the village square, through the market, past the market, down the bush path that led into the forest, and they started their journey in the bush, further, into the forest, further. Olajumoke said, my husband, this journey is getting further and further into the bush. He said, don't worry. I know the way to my home now. Just keep following me. Let's go. And this was how they kept on traveling until after a while, the stranger said, excuse me. He went into the bush for a while, and then when he came out, guess what? He came out without legs. Olajumoke was shocked. Where are your legs? He smiled. You will find out. And then they kept on going. Olajumoke looked back. There was no going back. Everywhere was now bush, thick bush. So she had no choice but to keep going with him. After a while, excuse me, he went into the bush and came back outside. This time, no arms. What have I gotten myself into? She tried to keep calm. By now, she was getting to understand what was happening. This being was a spirit who had borrowed all those human parts to come into the human market just to get his transactions done. And Olajumoke had been deceived by his handsomeness, and now she was trapped. So they kept on going on this journey. The spirit being would enter into the bush and return no torso. Enter into the bush, return no neck. Enter into the bush, return no ears. Bush, return no mouth. Bush, return no nose. Bush, return no eyes. Bush, return no facial skin. Finally, all that was left was just a skull. Olajumoke was so scared, she started crying. I'm in trouble. There was nothing she could do. All that was left of this being, this most handsome man, was now a skull. And that was why he was called Ori. So, in the forest, Ori took Olajumoke to his home and made sure that she was guarded by a little watchman. Guess what the watchman was? It was a little tortoise. Olajumoke was not happy, but there was nothing she could do. She had made her choice, and it was not easy to find her way back out of the thick forest. Besides, there was this watchman really watching out for her. Many times Olajumoke tried to escape. Sometimes when Ori had gone visiting his friends, or maybe he goes to the farm, Olajumoke will try to escape. Guess what? Mr. Tortoise Watchman will start singing. Please join me and sing the song. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Let's sing the song together. All you have to do say is Olajumoke lo. Thank you very much. Let me clear my throat. Ori ori o, Olajumoke lo. Ori ori o, Olajumoke lo. Orí kò lápá, Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ ń lọ. Orí kò lẹ́sẹ̀, Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ ń lọ. Orí orí o, Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ ń lọ. So anytime Olajumoke tried to escape, Ìjàpá, the tortoise watchman, will start singing. Orí orí o, Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ ń lọ. Orí orí o, Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ ń lọ. Orí kò lápá, Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ ń lọ. Orí kò lẹ́sẹ̀, Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ ń lọ. Orí orí o, Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ ń lọ. And boom! Quick as a flash. You know he was a spirit. Boom! Quick as a flash. Ori would appear and hold down Olajumoke and prevent her from escaping. This continued for a while until, from observation, Olajumoke observed that this tortoise watchman loved one special delicacy in Yoruba land prepared from beans called ekuru. Tortoise loved ekuru. So, guess what? Olajumoke planned, and one day when she saw that Ori had gone out and he would not be back in a short while, she prepared this meal. It was the aroma. She prepared it specially. She added extra spices. The aroma alone was delicious, and she served it to Tortoise. She said, I observed that you have not eaten in a while. Here, have this. I made it specially for you. Tortoise said, thank you. And he dug into it and started eating. And when Olajumoke saw that he was busy eating, she sneaked, tiptoed, and started running. By the time Ìjàpá noticed that she was gone, his mouth was even too filled with his ekuru. Meanwhile, Olajumoke was running. She came across a hunter who was able to show her the way home. By the time Ìjàpá was done eating his ekuru and he started singing, Orí orí o, Olajumoke ń lọ. Orí orí o, Olajumoke ń lọ. Orí kò lápá, Olajumoke ń lọ. Orí kò lẹ́sẹ̀, Olajumoke ń lọ. Orí orí o, Olajumoke ń lọ. By the time Ori appeared, boom! Olajumoke was already at home. And Ori could not just go into the human community with his Ori like that. Before he could go around and start gathering human parts, Olajumoke was already back home. She narrated to her parents what happened. She apologized for being proud, and they accepted her back. And Olajumoke resolved that she would never, ever, ever be proud again. Ori, meanwhile, could not get all the human body parts to borrow to come back for Olajumoke. So this was how Olajumoke escaped and resolved to not be ever, ever proud again. Now that's the end of today's story. Thank you for listening. Remember, all that glitters is not gold, and always, always pride goes before a fall. Thank you for listening. Keep on shining like the stars that you are.
Today's task: Proverbs and Sayings. At the end of today's story, Aunty Shine-Shine said 2 proverbs that summarize the morals of the story. What are those 2 proverbs?